Munich, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
You draw quarters. 5.
Now Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he's got this down to the 35. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jason coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And that'll be off the crossbar and out and short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Allen firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Jaguars sack.
Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo. This at the 4. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right their division looking really good. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 77 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. To the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And the Jags grab it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Finds the open target, Arnold. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run with Etienne. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, as the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Allen now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into
a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell.
And a potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
They find some open field here. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Play after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On play action, Allen.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long.
Etienne once more.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
144 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
That's complete right around the 8. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on first down is Allen. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Caleb Chason able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. After the sack on first down, Lawrence eluding the pressure right.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
We'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Lawrence going to get this to Etienne.
Fighting through, and he's got space. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jags are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a give to Breida. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Throwing now is Allen.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
However, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
One more time with Etienne.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence to throw.
Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Dancing to his left. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Switch gears.
49, check 49.
On 1st down, Singletary. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Singletary again. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is down to 24.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made here at the 36. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll run with ETN. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Arnold. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this coaching staff sees